here we are today with one of the biggest legends in the history of Jamaican music. In fact, arguably, possibly the biggest legend.
Thank you very much.
And that is Mr. Owen Gray. Mr. Owen Gray at Trojan Records. He's very kindly come in with our good friend Chips Richards and with your very good friend Chips Richards to talk about your life in music. And it's a lot to fill in within a short space of time, but we'll try. And over the next hour, we'll be nattering away about how you got into the business, where you came from originally, and what's happened since. So, let's start at the beginning, Owen.
The beginning.
The beginning
of the beginning.
The beginning of the beginning.
The beginning of my life. Before I even came into the music business, I was born in Sentence, Monique. My dad, he was an army man when he met my mother. My mom was born in Sentence. So, as young people, they met her. Came to Kingston when I was a tot. My mom used to play piano in the church. You know, as a young man growing up, you had was to go to Sunday school. That's where I started picking up my career.
Right, yeah.
We came to Kingston with my other brothers. I've got two other brothers. Well, today, God rest his soul, my elder brother is not around anymore. I still have my second brother here.
Right.
Not in the building, living in London here. I had picked up all my trend of traveling, living in Jonestown.
Right.
And from Jonestown to Trenchtown. And that's where everything escalated, the music business.
So when was this that you moved?
1953.
1953. Right.
Going into 54, into 55, right up until I leave Jamaica.
Right, right.
But before, always like music. In those times, you used to have sound systems. I didn't know their name at the time because I was a young boy going to school, you know. Never run away from school. Always want to learn something. And I also learned to sing in the school.
In the school? What school was that?
It's called Chetolda Park.
Right.
The three brothers of us went to that school.
Right.
But when you became 11 years of age, you go to a higher school, which they call senior school.
Right.
Well, for me, I've never been to senior school because before I was 11, reaching those age, we had Trenchtown School built up. So my mom always says, well, since the school is very near to you, we're going to transfer it to there. But my father was a real, very honored man, very very, very, very. You know, in my father, the way he was in, you know, what we taught us, we have. But in the music business, and I used to go to the camp
Right.
and watch them, you know, right? I've been to Alpha for a year.
Apple Boys?
Alpha Boys, yeah. Alpha Boys is not for bad boys.
No.
It's for family who couldn't afford certain things in those times.
Right, yeah.
Right? And that's where I picked up most of my music interests.
Right.
Right. Then in 1954 now, I started out doing other little things and schools, and think versions came along.
Right.
That's when everything started excelling.
Right. I
And
see.
the versions.
Right.
And it goes on and goes on and goes on. And I won my first song that I sang on stage before the public.
And where was that? Which theatre was that?
It's the Palace Theatre.
Right.
That was on East Street and South Camp Road.
Right.
Yeah.
So
East
Via
Queen
John's.
Street.
Yes.
Via John's was
East
a
Queen
huge
Street.
thing back then.
East Queen Street and South Camp Road. One part, one door is on East Queen Street, and the other one is on South Camp Road.
So when you won the Via John's Opportunity Knocks competition, what was it that you sang?
A song that been sung by one of the great voice of gospel, Mahalia Jackson. It is no secret what God can do.
And was it a similar arrangement to her version?
Just similar, a similarity.
Right.
Similarity.
Yes.
A similarity.
Right.
But it was beautiful,
Yeah.
right, for the musicians in them time did. Because there were some very, very good musicians.
Yeah.
Right. And I won the, and right up till the final, I won the final. Yeah. And then after that now I start doing special appearances.
Right. Because it was a bit too early, wasn't it, for the recording industry? It hadn't really taken off big time then. It was just
Yeah, it
small
was,
time.
yes, because there was no big studios around to record in these things. Right. The radio station was RJR.
Yeah.
And after RJR, then comes JBC.
BBC, yeah.
Yeah. I used to do programs on RJR,
Right.
like Saturdays.
Really?
I used to go and sing, right? And they used to have a little thing called these boxes that they rent to people, and they always put it up. They always put it in their yard in the tree and thing like that.
Right.
And everybody's listening to me. So when I says, "Well, I'm singing at the RJR today," and everybody crowded this place.
Fantastic.
Right. And from then on, I was called back by virgins. Right.
But were you singing gospel then at that point, or all sorts?
Well, it was a gospel.
Right.
It is no secret.
Yes. I just wondered
was a
on the
gospel.
shows if it was they were also.
But I never used to really sing gospel in my early years,
Right.
more than singing at church.
Yeah.
At the church, you understand?
Mm.
But since then, some of what I've did and what I've done was in the range of gospel.
Right.
Right.
Mm.
And it went on if I can remember myself, and there was two singers in Jamaica, right, called Bonnie and Scully, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did a recording for it's a radio. It's not a radio station. This is a place that used to sell parts
Right.
for radio. You have
Yes.
Murphy's Radio, yeah,
Yes.
and it used to be on Albert Street, right? And we went there, and this man put me in a back room
Right.
and said, and we did a song there, which I can never remember because it's such a long time.
Yes. So this
And it was me, Bonnie and Scully
Wow.
together.
Were you singing as a group or separately?
We were singing together,
Like a trio.
like a group, you understand?
Wow.
But to remember, it's so long.
Right. Well, that was
So
the 50s,
for me
wasn't it?
and for other, that was the first recording of Jamaica.
Right.
The first, because it was a beat,
Right.
and we were knocking bowls and glasses and bottles and things like that.
It wasn't for someone like Stanley Motter or anyone
You
like
had
that.
Stanley Motor, that's the place.
Oh.
Stanley Motor.
Oh.
Stanley Motor. That's the name of the people. Right. And from then on, everything started escalating, man.
Really?
Until I started meeting people, doing stage shows for Vera Johns. Yeah.
Amazing. So that was what, mid-50s?
In the 50s, yes.
Yeah,
In
yes.
the 50s. In the 50s. In the 50s.
Yeah. So how then did you get to move on from there to record your debut? Well, and obviously that was your debut recording, but the one that really sort of set you on the road.
Oh, the one that really sets me on the road. What? The Chris Blackwell. I was Ireland,
Chris
yes.
Blackwell,
I was Ireland first baby
yeah? Yes.
artist.
Yes.
Right. And either it was Please Don't Let Me Go.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We played that on the show, didn't we? The radio show.
Yes, remember we
Yeah.
played that, and the B side of that was Far Love.
And that was on his label at the time, which wasn't Ireland.
It wasn't Ireland. It was called R&B.
Yeah.
Right, and then I do like shook, shimmy and shake, Jenny Lee.
Jenny Lee,
A lot,
There was so many around that.
so
But
many.
enough for the LP, of course.
Yes, because
Mash It.
Mash It is on the album. so
Yes.
yeah, Mash It.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, I want to jump. Yeah,
Great record.
and being as I wasn't under contract because I didn't know what no contracting to
Yeah. Yeah.
a company were until I heard of other people who was doing recording and things like that.
Yes.
And the second person I went to is Downbeat, Coxon.
Mm. Mm. But you were successful, obviously, with R&B, with Chris Blackwell.
Oh yes.
Very
oh,
successful. I mean, they were
yes.
big tunes,
Right.
weren't they?
But not, but at them time I never knew really knows that my
No.
record was leaving the country in a
No.
way.
No. So you had no idea that Starlight were putting them out
Right.
in the UK.
No way. No way. No way.
No.
No way. Right. And then from the Joe Creed, I record for Smith's record
Wow.
too.
So what was the one though with Coxon? What was the first tune with Coxon?
The first tune with Coxon, it's a tune called Jezebel.
Oh.
You're a Jezebel,
Yes.
and you come from hell.
So it wasn't on the beach. It was.
No.
No?
On the beat came after.
Ah.
You're a Jezebel and you think you're doing well. how that song came by, Coxsone has got something to do with that song too. We stood up out the shop one Sunday and two women was quarreling over one man.
Right.
So Coxsone says, listen to those Jezebels.
Oh, I see.
And I says, hold on, Mr. Coxsone, hold on, Mr. Coxsone. You have a piece of paper, sir? Right. I went inside there and written down quick and getting into it. Right. I says, but we have a song here. He said, what you mean we have a song? Right. And we went down by Love Lane. He has a place down Love Lane, a piano.
Yeah.
And I played in the piano.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I was saying, you're a Jezebel and you come from heaven. You understand?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And it goes on and goes. Him says, yes, youth, we're going to the studio. Right. And one called Twist Baby, I did Twist. Yes, I did one for him too. Right.
Was that with Coxsone as well?
That's Coxsone. Yes, yes. I have that on a mixture label of various artists too. Right. And it goes on from there, from Coxsone, then I go to Joe Creed.
Leslie Kong.
Right.
Buster.
Prince Buster.
Well, there's famously playing on
Girls, Train the Meadow and
Train the Meadow, yeah. But also you played piano on Carolina.
Coming back to that now.
Yes.
The said night I was recording Please Don't Let Me Go. I was waiting on Chris Blackwell to come at JBC.
Right.
And also Jackie Edwards, because I introduced the late Jackie Edwards, God rest his soul again, in the business.
Right.
I taught him to play piano too, because we used to go to a place called Champion House.
Right.
That's where most rehearsals used to go, right? When you're going to do shows, we rehearse at Champion House, yeah? But, right, that part of it bring the old concept in the music. Right. It's a continuous thing goes on. It's continued to continue.
So that was Carolina was
Prince Buster came in and says, come and play some piano for me. Right? And these other two guys, because they call the Folks Brothers.
Yes.
I knew them from, they was on the other street where I on 7th Street, and they used to live on 4th Street. Right? And he says, come and play. Yes. And I went upstairs with him. We did it in Studio 2. Yes, I mean. And he says, these two guys went sing a song to you, and right. And I sat down there and I says, well, let's hum and let me hear what you know. And there wasn't balanced properly, so I says, listen now. So I listened to the words. I listened to the words, right? Because they never even remember the words properly. Prince Buster, right? Prince Buster who remembers the word, right? And I started, and they start singing it in F,
right,
which is a bit low for them. So I step it up to G chord, right? And they was standing by the piano. I says, I want you to sing it like this now, or even sing it better, right? And before I even start playing the key, right, I says, oh Carolina, dun 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 dun, oh Carolina, dun dun. I says, put some jam in it. You understand? And then I start playing, right? And before Count Azzy, because Count Azzy was it's only two, myself and Count Azzy.
I was going to ask,
It's only myself and Count Azzy.
Playing the bongo.
He was playing the bongo, I playing the piano, right? And I says, well, I must find an introduction for this thing here. because it sounds nice.
Yes.
Because I would have done it myself too. Yeah, right. So I give it. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding ding. And count out say bloop 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 and roll it to the end.
Fantastic.
Right. So I says, are you guys ready? He says yes. I said, now we're going to record now. So what Prince Buster did, because they didn't really remember some of the words, Prince Buster went and stood beside them at the mic.
Ah.
And was whispering the words in their ears. And that's all they get to sing that song there.
Wow.
Right? I took it two times.
So Buster, so your time with Buster, that's fascinating. I mean, hearing about that.
Yeah.
But was it while you were with Buster you started, you took Millie under your wing? Or was that with Coxon? I can't remember.
When it was Coxon. When I was with Coxon.
Right. So how did you how was Millie just sort of presented to you? How did that happen?
Yeah, because I came from a little trade one day of the week, one of the day of the week, which I can't remember what days really. It could be any day.
Any day, yeah.
Any day, right. And I saw him stood by my gate with this little girl. So Mom, when I came, my mom said this gentleman brought this little girl here. Right. So why? So here my mom called me and says, my mom says to me, says, I hope you don't get this little girl here, problem, I said, what problem, Mama? He says, you know. I says, I don't know what you're talking about, but as a youth growing up now, it started to repel in my ear and things like that. And he called. He says, I want you to teach this little girl to sing. He said, we have got the piano down there.
Yes.
You can come down and rehearse something.
Yes.
And I went down the following day, because I was off that day, so it got to be like a weekend run.
Right.
The following day I went down there, right, and I sit her down beside myself and the play tour and thing like that, and I learned her, taught her to speak properly.
Because she's from country, isn't she?
Yeah. Because even though I have my lingo, I know how to speak properly. Because you may, have this. I taught myself, it's like I taught myself to play the piano before I went to Alpha 2, right? And I sat her down, right? And over and over and over, and she was kind of singing out of key, and I always says, no, I want you to do it like this. Take your time, take your time. She did. And I said to her, I'm going to write a song for you and I, which it fits you and I. And she says, true? I say, yes. At the time, I had a girlfriend was living in that space.
Yes.
In that yard.
Right.
That Cox used to have in Love Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because she used to stay there sometimes.
Right.
Right. She spent a short time with Cox at his house before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyway. Right. And I wrote Sugar Plum.
Yeah.
And I rehearsed it to her. It takes me a little time for her to get around with the song. But in the end, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it became a very good, big song in Jamaica.
You had also a hit with Millie Girl, which was just you. And was that about?
No, it wasn't.
What's it about?
It wasn't to do with Millie. It was to do with it. It's just something came up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just a name came up.
Yeah.
Just a name came up, right? Which I did for Prince Buster. That was the next big thing again. Right. Tree in the Meadow is an American song.
Wasn't Nat King Cole? Was it? Or was it? No, I can't remember.
No, I think more it's like probably like a semi-concerned Western style.
Right.
Okay.
Did you have any big, sorry, just any big musical singing heroes that?
Oh yes,
Oh.
the velvet voice of the late legend Sam Cooke.
Ah, Sam Cooke, yeah.
I've worked with Sam Cooke.
Really?
I worked with Fats Domino.
Wow.
I worked with Marvin Gaye.
Oh.
I worked with Nat King Cole. I worked with James Brown. And a few more other.
So this was
a big artist.
So you worked with them when they came to Jamaica?
Right, when they came to Jamaica. And also abroad.
Really?
Also abroad.
Wow.
You see. And that's where I get my,
Yes.
momentum going.
Yes. Yeah.
And it gives me great pleasure of working with those people.
Wow.
Because they inspired me
Mm.
through the time that I saw them.
Yeah.
I worked with them.
Yeah.
And, so sad about my friend Jackie Edwards, but
Yes.
his first record I wrote for him.
I was going to mention Jackie.
Your Eyes Are Dreaming.
Yeah, lovely
And
song.
We're Gonna Love.
Lovely song. Yeah. So did you introduce Jackie to
Chris Black.
Chris Blackwell?
Yes. Because after I won my final, right? Because he came,
Mm.
right? He came to the show.
Mm.
And when my final, right? It's the same final night when I won from Carib Theatre.
Mm.
From Palace.
Right.
Goddesswear, right? Then I introduced Jackie. Right? And we both recorded on the same night.
Right.
Right? I think Jackie recorded before I did. Yes, he had done. So. So, right? And it goes on. Prince Buster
Yeah.
gets the biggest. I work for I work for Duke Reed, right? I work for Light Matador.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes,
Greatly overlooked.
I
Yeah.
recorded for Light Matador.
Yes.
I record for Leslie Kahn.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see what other Jamaican producers.
Did you not Roy Robinson? You didn't.
Or
No. I'm trying to rack my brains.
yes, I'm trying to rack my brain to see how much people in the business. That
Yeah, but everyone who was big at the time in the early
but-
'60s.
yes,
You basically
work with them.
Yeah.
Work
And-
with them, really.
But then when obviously Chris Blackwell came over and Jackie came over to the UK, '62.
Yes, Jack Edwards came over 1 month before I did.
I was going, yeah. So how come you didn't come together? What was?
No, because Jackie Edwards was introduced in this country. It's Chris Blackwell who sent for Jackie Edwards,
Right.
not me.
Not you.
Nope.
That wasn't. That's,
For what apparent reason I didn't know, and I still don't know,
No.
and I don't want to know.
That's strange though, because I mean, you and Jackie were the big
Oh yes, we were.
singing stars.
We were.
Obviously with very sort of a sound as well that would appeal to audiences in the
I used
UK.
to, I used to do more shows in Jamaica than Jackie.
Mm.
I used to do it like on Christmas coming up now. I have 3 shows to do, 3 cinemas. The Regal, Carib, and War Theatre.
Wow.
Same date.
Wow.
Same date.
Yeah. And who else was at that time? Chips mentioned the Derek Harriott and the Jiving Juniors.
Oh,
Who
yes.
else was around at that time?
You have Derek Harriott and the Jiving Juniors. You have the Downbeat.
Downbeats.
And that was Congress Prince Miller, he used to be the bass man.
Of course, yeah.
They
They're very because they recorded with Chris Blackwell, didn't they?
Yes, I think they done
did
something
one
with
single, I think, yeah.
right.
They didn't record enough. They
No, they didn't know. They didn't know.
More.
But Derek, Mr. Morgan again
Derek
came in the
Morgan,
business,
yes.
but he was with Leslie Kahn.
Right.
He never recorded for Chris Blackwell yet.
No.
No. I don't know if he had record for Duke Reid. Right.
Yeah.
But he never recorded for Coxsone. I know that.
At that point, no.
He hasn't recorded for Coxsone.
Right.
Let's come what's his name.
Right.
You understand?
Right. So when you came then in '62, was it Melodisc that you to England? Was
No.
it first Melodisc that you? No?
You see, my brother, my brother, which is living in London, in Northwest London now.
Mm-hmm.
He is the one that introduced my name to some people called Records.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
They used to have 2 record shops in Brixton, Atlantic Road.
It's Canadian or American or something.
One is American and one is Canadian.
Right.
Mr. Record is American. Mrs. Record is
Canadian.
Right. I come and taught that woman how she must sell the record too.
Really?
Because how she used to sell the record. But anyway, we go back to Mr. Record, right? And my brother who mentioned my name, they were playing record one week, yeah? And my brother mentioned my name to Mr. Record and things like that. Right? But his wife never believed it. So he says, yes, that's my brother singing that record. That's my brother was singing that record, right? And Mr. Record, he'd go around at what he says to me, right? That Mr. Record said, you think he wants to come to England? I never have no England business on my mind and things like that because, you know, right? And apparently my brother wrote to me and says, listen, your record over here and it's selling. I says, my record's in England selling? I didn't know my record. Right? So I answer back to him and says, yes, I want to come. And one day, around probably like a month after or so, I got a letter. Not a letter, what they call
Telegram?
it? A telegram that I must go to this travel agent in Harbour Street.
Chimneys.
Right? And pick up a ticket to come to England on the 28th of May. That's when I came, right? I left Jamaica the 28th of May.
Right.
1962 and came the 29th. Yeah? Jackie came a month before I did. Right? But the records are the ones that sent for me in England. Because I used to stay at their house in Croxted Road.
Right.
That's above Brixton, Croxted Road there. Yeah, where the taxi picks me up in there.
Yeah.
Right? Croxted Road and you have Carson Road. Right? And but it wasn't Croxton. But this is a joke. It's become a joke. When I came to Heathrow, because I came on BOAC.
Right.
Right? BOAC,
Yeah.
I came in, right? And when I came in the morning, right, I saw like a card in the air with my name and things like that. And when I look, I saw Chris Blackwell. Chris Blackwell's the one that holds up the card. I said, what is that? And when I looked aside here, right, I saw my brother and this gentleman, that's Mr. Ricard.
Yeah.
And he was... So I go aside.
Yeah.
And same time, Chris Blackwell went away. Yeah, Chris Blackwell went away.
Was he trying to poach you?
No, he never approached me that time.
No.
I think what he had wanted was for me to, and I said to myself, but on the way, Mr. Ricard says, "Who is that person?" I said, "That's Mr. Chris. That's Chris Blackwell." He said, "Then why he has your name on the card?"
Yeah.
I said, "I don't know, sir. I don't know,
No, he found out that you were on the plane and...
No, he found out that, no, Leslie Kong, is the one who told him
Of course, yeah.
that I was coming to this
Of
country.
course, yes, yes.
Leslie come because
Yes.
because darling Patricia, which I've done for Leslie come.
Yes.
Chris Blackwell is the one that releases it in the
In
country.
the UK, yeah.
I say it
Of
all,
course,
you know.
yeah.
So,
Wow, that's interesting. So
This
did
is-
you record for William Rickard? Did you record for Mr. Rickard?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. I think I did three record for.
Right.
You know, the main for
Right.
Mr. Records and time.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. But apparently things goes haywire.
Yeah, yeah. So
There
that
was
was
a-
for Rio Records.
Right. Because there was some problem with he and the family,
Yeah.
which not no fault of mine or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I don't get into those kind of stuff.
No.
People's business, do what they want to do. You understand what I mean?
So after you also around that time you recorded for Melodist for Emil Shalit.
Yeah, I came here and I did a few for Melodist.
Right.
Because Prince Buster was giving Melodist.
Yeah.
I met Melodist in Jamaica.
Oh,
One
so
day,
when
and-
Mr. Shalit came to Jamaica.
I met him at Prince Buster's place.
Right.
Right. And he was saying to me, you know, I clearly remember, right? He says, little boy, I'm gonna send for you, you know, to England.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
But at the same time, they were doing deal with Mr. Rickards.
Right.
So I don't know if he's the one that pays the money for me to
I
come.
see.
Right, son? But he always says to me, true, I remember this clearly, right? And he says to me, says, little boy, I'm going to send for you to England, you know. I said, that little man never changed. Oh, God, that man never changed. Oh, my God.
Because I'm sure he signed Derek Morgan as well, didn't he?
I think he did. I think he did.
I'm sure he would have loved to have got your signature.
You know, I think he did. I think he did. I don't know much about he and Derek Morgan business so far.
Well,
I don't
Derek
know.
told us, yeah.
Right. I don't know nothing about that part of it. You know.
No, fine. But you didn't sign it, you just did it.
No,
post
I did
session.
not. I did not sign it. No,
Yeah,
I did,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When I came to this country, right, we did some recording which I signed up for.
Right. Can you remember who was playing? Because we listened to some the other day.
Yes.
Could you remember where they were recorded and who was playing?
Yeah,
on those things?
as I said, it was Earl Watson.
Earl Watson.
Earl Watson, right? I don't know if it's Earl and the combo they call it, but we recorded in Newburn Street.
Right, on the studio.
There's a record. Yes, there's a record. There's a record play in Newburn Street where
Right.
we do, where
Right.
happily, which I I said so in England and think, oh man, I'm still having I have fun when I came here and I'm still having fun.
Good.
Yeah, you see,
Good.
I
Yeah.
I traveled all over. I go
Yes.
to various different countries in some
Yes.
year. I get to know people. I get to
Yes.
know places. Without, I don't know if I was still in Jamaica, if I'd get to know those places.
No.
You never know.
No.
But still, for all,
But still,
life must go on.
it's true. True.
Life must go on.
But coming back to your recording, well, also, one thing I forgot to ask was when you were in Jamaica, before you were like a full-time singer, what were you working?
Oh yes,
What-
I used to do printing and bookbinding.
Ah, yes, bookbinding.
I used to do printing and bookbinding. I used to love it.
Yeah, but when you came
It
to
took
England,
me 2 weeks to learn compositing,
really?
to set types.
I've done it myself. I know how hard it is.
I used to work for some Chinese called Wellington Wong
Wellington Wong.
in Princess Street,
Right.
just beside Murphy's Radio.
Yeah.
Used to go up the steps inside there,
Inside.
right?
Wow.
And my little machine, I used to do the pumping machine with the foot.
Yeah.
Until I could use the hydraulic machine.
Wow.
Yeah. But I learned a lot there. Oh.
Yes.
And I'd love that job there.
Yeah.
I'd love it. I love, and we, and there was 1, 2, 3, 5 of us was working for that man.
Right.
Yes, I mean,
Right.
and I love that. I love that little job.
Did you when you came to England, were you just a full-time singer then, or did you work in England? Did you do a job in England other than singing?
Yes, I used to work. Otherwise, yes, I used to work in a factory, a plastic factory called L&P Plastic.
Really? Where
in
was
Penge.
In Penge.
Above Crystal Palace there, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to work, right, my 11 months that I used to get, it's around £7 something. And but to get more, I used to do like overtime. And I used to love that job too.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, when I started job, right, in these pubs, that they used to have some little red barrels on the counter.
I remember them.
We used to make them.
Oh, really?
L&P Plastic used to make, yes. And what I used to do is cut out that sway part for the covering,
right,
and sand them. I used to have a sanding machine to smooth them down. Right. Until now I come and go the big machine now. All I do, fill my funnel and I'm up and down, right? And every 20 minutes is 10,000. It's a frame that they use, or they use in these big offices like a frame.
Right.
But they put photographing.
Oh, right,
They put on that,
yeah.
what you call the thing that goes around it, like turnstile thing, like in offices that they usually use.
Oh,
right.
Right.
So all I have to do is, when they're kind of a cool, is just go on and just break off like that, blim, 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 and just set up and go on again.
Wow.
But it was everything
Enjoyed
about a work in England that I had. I enjoyed it.
It was just the
work,
weather. Just the weather wasn't so good.
Listen, I never bother about the weather, because if when I go through 1963 weather, I can go through any weather, because there's no place that I ever feel cold like Canada.
Oh, really? Oh. That's cold.
Because after 63, you never get an weather like that in England.
No.
Because they say that's the worst one they have ever had.
Big snow drifts.
19. Yeah. You go to the door and you push your key, and your key can't go in. It's all sealed up with frost.
Oh.
Yeah. And when you're coming up the road, you think your key is in your door, it's in someone else's door.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what I'm telling you, it was a joke. It was a joke, but
So if you've been through that, you can go through anything.
I've been to. You can go through anything. I went to live in Canada for a little while.
Really? Where would you live in Canada?
In Toronto.
Oh, wow.
Right? In Toronto for a little while, something like that.
Cold.
When I made my record, Hits After Hits Volume 1, Mr. Richard J. I can tell, it's a big thing in Canada.
Well, we ought to just first, we're going to get to that. Yeah. We ought to just touch upon, in the 60s, you recorded for pretty much every major British reggae label and non-reggae label you recorded for. Yeah. People like David Hadfield with, but you recorded with... David Hatfield.
Let's go home.
Well, you recorded with him, but you're like Clancy Collins. Well, pretty much. I'm trying to think. There's so many people that I'm just easier to name the people you didn't record.
Clancy Collins.
Yeah.
And
you've got with Sidney Crooks, of course. And
easy.
Yes.
Let's take it easy.
Take it easy. Okay. Let's.
Because I am telling you, because we used to have a little business together in Soho,
Well, you and
Council Collins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Gerrard Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had a place that we rented, you know, and we used to have a record, that's where we used to press the record and have an office downstairs, and right? I used to have I used to have a girlfriend. She used to work for a lawyer in Fleet Street.
Right.
And we needed an account, like secretary, something like that. And I asked her, right, if she would leave that job there, and you know, and she said yes, and she did come.
Really?
But she used to get her pay.
Yeah.
She used to get more than what she used to get. Yeah. Because at the time, you know, that things was a bit of it, you know.
Yes.
And apparently things went wrong, went down.
Really?
So everything just.
Right.
So I decided to say, okay, I'm gonna move on.
Because your recordings were also among the first to come out on the Trojan, like when Trojan Records was going with, when you recorded with Dandy. Yeah, the brother Dan All Stars. So, but obviously you were a producer yourself as well. Which the Owen Gray Reggae and Soul, Reggae with Soul album. I mean, all these things. So where were you recording in London? You were just everywhere and anywhere?
Well, where we really recorded in London, it's Easy Street.
That was with...
Rock Drum, because
really?
he is one of the drummer that plays on the album Hits After Hits After Hits.
Ah, right, which of course
he and this guy called Jabani.
One thing we didn't touch upon earlier, before I forget...
Yes, well, what we passed, we still can come back to.
We still can come back to,
of course,
true.
Yes, so let's hear it.
But was the story behind On the Beach?
What's the story?
Which you told the other day. You told us a story, and it's such a lovely story.
Yeah, well, we'll come back to that. We can talk about it again, because it's exactly what I said before. I'm going to say it again. Because the Sunday, right, myself and the Blues Busters went on a trip to Ochi.
Right.
Because holidays time, you have people going down the North Coast. Like that. Right. So while they go on the reach, they go on prancing, I sat on a rock and watching the girls.
Yes.
Because it's not girly, I'm watching the girls.
Right.
Because I'm going to get myself involved somewhere down the line. You're laughing. You're lucky, wasn't it? Yeah, you know, and these girls walking up. So I sat there and I heard this rhythm. Right? I heard this rhythm. And the girls they're going in the water, they're coming out. They go left, they go right. And you know, we have some little Pepsi girls, so they, you know. I heard the rhythm playing, a rhythm playing. And so I went to, you know, and I went to this guy and I said, have you got a piece of paper so you can give me? He said, we want a paper for a little boy. I said, can you have a piece of paper? Because anyway I'm going, I must have my pen, or my pencil, you know, or whatever. And I went and I sat down, and it coming, and I hear the rhythm. The rhythm, as I said, it wasn't the slide, jing, 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 like how you go, jinga, 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 king. You understand?
Yes.
But I'm gonna put it in my head to run it how I want it to. So I start writing the song, right? And when I finish the song, I go back to him. I says, "Can you play back that rhythm that you long play for me, sir?" Right? And said, "What? I said, "I want to sing." And said, "Look, boy, can you sing?" I said, "Yes, I can." And he said, all right, and he turned to this other, like him, the second DJ and says, play back the rhythm here, sir. Play, because it was on a 78. So let's play back the rhythm and make a hear this little time. And they give me the mic. And that mic is like a mic they use on stage, you know, that has that curvy. It's not the straight mic like I have now. And that's right. And he says, come on. And everybody saw. And I thought, I saw female on the beach one Sunday. That is how I was singing it on the beach live.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I saw female on the beach one Sunday morning. This little son are giving out his warning on the beach. Yeah. Come on, girls, on your beach. I want to dance with you, baby. So come on the beach.
Oh.
You understand me?
So...
And the guy says, play back the tune again. And the girls, them start come. Everybody, people start gathering around. Him says, what I mean? But it was King Edwards who were playing.
Right.
So he missed out on something.
So he didn't, he should have recorded you.
It after.
Doing that.
So when King Edwards come, the guy says to King Edwards, says, listen, you have a tune for your sound system, you know, King. And him said, play it, let me hear again, and then play it back again. And because they wouldn't go away, and I had to sing it again. You understand what I mean? Him say, yes, man, that sound good, man, that sound good, man. Anyway, the Monday morning, I went down there, and I says to him, I says, Mr. Edwards, you want to do the tune, sir? You want to do the tune? Him say, yes. Him say, tomorrow, that's Tuesday's talking about, come down, him say, you know where Federal placed it down, Fortune Road? I said, I can't find it. Yeah, so I mean, he's trying to direct me.
Yes.
And me for direct him.
Yeah, right.
Because as a little youth, I'm down those places there, practically. But anyway.
Like 15 or
went
about 15?
Oh, I was 14, 15.
14. Wow. Yeah.
And I went down there. I went, so. Mr. Edward, you ready for good? Him said, little boy, I can't deal with you now, right now. Come back tomorrow. And the following day, come back tomorrow. And the following, and it going on and going on and going on and going on and going on. I tell you, say, you know what happened? I'm going to go to Caxton. And I went to Caxton. And they were rehearsing to go to the studio too. It wasn't changed. I just changed a few of the words, you know.
A few of the words,
right? Right. I changed the sound, right, from King Edwards to Caxton on the beach. Yeah. You understand me? Yeah. And it became a big hit.
That was originally like an acetate for his sound.
Yes. Yeah. Record with this guy called Clem Boucher. We do gospel, we do, you know.
And still you'd go back in the 70s to Jamaica, record with
still, you know. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I haven't been to Jamaica for a little while now. But I used to go, you know, when but I give Natty Bongo. That was done by that was, you know, I done that for the great Bonelli, right? Big tune that again.
And you had Fire in the Trench
Town for, you know, Go Steady.
So that was big in America.
Let's Go Steady. Yes, Let's Go. That is an album I will cherish for the rest of that album there.
Yeah. And then,
classic.
Well,
brilliant. Hits after hits.
Yeah, that was
but
big.
You know, hits after hits is a classic.
Yeah,
that is classic.
Big seller.
Let's Go Steady.
Yes.
Is classic.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there are so many. I mean, we could just talk about. I mean,
we could go on.
Time.
We could go on and go on and go on and go on and go on.
It's my honor, pleasure, and delight to receive this on your behalf.
Yes,
from the music fraternity in Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Tributes to the great.
Thank you very much.
You are honored to be Owen Gray,
Yes, sir.
The great Owen Gray,
Great.
and this was presented to me by the Director of Public Prosecution in Jamaica
Thank you.
to pass on to you, and you're known as the pioneer of the reggae industry.
Thank you very much, sir.
Here I am presenting it to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chips. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica never forgets me. They will not forget me.
Wonderful,
Give a
wonderful,
little
wonderful.
Owen. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much. And
So-
Chips,
Okay.
thank you. We have
Always my
something for
pleasure.
Chips.
Yes.
I don't know if the film is still rolling. I
Oh,
should take it
whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa. Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Chips Richards, at
Yes.
last he donated
Oh,
his
yes.
his one
Yes.
to the Jamaican.
I received one before the Q Award, and I presented it with the instructions and the blessings of the MG Trojan.